Hi, Luna. Hi, Deanne, Samantha. Share my screen. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And then if anyone else wants to join us, they can. So welcome to this chakra workshop. I know a lot of y'all are already familiar with chakras because you've been in my Reiki class. But what brings you here? Let me know in the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself. Do we need a refresher? Working through some stuff. I'm also going to join on my phone because I can't see the chat at the same time that I'm sharing my screen. One second, y'all. I hope this doesn't kick me off. Let me see.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Mute. Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So all you need for the workshop is a journal, paper, unless you don't want to journal and you just want to self-reflect. If you are journaling, something to write with, if you didn't set your vibe, or if you're already vibing, that works. Um, so grounding. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you, Luna. Let's see. All right. Can you hear an echo?
Not anymore.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. So I know most of y'all know me, but for the ones that are watching the replay, I just want to share a little bit about who I am and why I'm here and why I feel called to um, share the space and offer some insights on our energy centers and chakras. Um, but pretty much, growing up, I always felt like I was super blocked. I grew up with a lot of abandonment issues. Um, detachment issue, attachment issues, depression, anxiety, you name it. I just always was worried about what's going to happen next. My dad left at a young age, so I grew up with my mom, but she was always working. So that left me with my family pretty much to raise me. So I always just kind of felt like I was yearning for love, which was from my parents. But then as I grew older, that I projected all of that into my relationships, whether it were my friendships or my romantic relationships. And so again, just growing up, always feeling blocked, feeling lost. This is me. I'm actually showing pictures. This was me before my car accident at the age of 19. So although I looked super, happy and I'm smiling and just loving life, internally, I felt like a hot mess. I felt like just lost. I had no sense of direction on where I truly wanted to go. Like I was always living up to my family's expectations or just society's expectations. And it wasn't until my car accident at 19, which if you take a course with me or are in a cohort, I really share the deeper side of my story. But my accident was truly a manifestation from my inner thoughts. I was constantly thinking about what it would feel like to be in an accident. I had this weird obsession about what it felt like, to where it finally manifested in my physical reality. And that shifted a lot for me. I then started learning about law of attraction and how our energy can attract certain things into our physical reality. But although I was on that journey, I still was feeling lost. I was still partying a lot. I was in school for fashion, was still in very toxic relationships. But I started to tap into the spiritual realm. I thought I was on a spiritual journey, which in life we're all always on a spiritual journey. But my spiritual journey, it felt very like surface level. It was the woo-woo, the burning the incense and the tapestry and making my room look super hippie. And so it was very surface. I still wasn't going to the root of all of my blockages or why I was experiencing so much depression, so much anxiety. And so it kept manifesting into my reality. I was still stuck in these relationships. I was still um, attracting people into my life where I felt like I couldn't show up as my true authentic self, but also I didn't really know what my authentic self really, who she was or how she would show up, because I always felt like I was living up to other people's expectations. And then it wasn't until my spiritual awakening, well, I should say one of them, because we're always having these spiritual awakenings. When I turned 21, I was on a journey with psychedelic medicine and had this ego death to where I just completely started questioning life. I started questioning my life and just the world around me, society, the things that the government was doing, the school systems, the healthcare systems. At this point, I stopped taking medication because when I was in my freshman year of college, I was prescribed anxiety meds, but also they diagnosed me with ADD. And so being on medications made me feel extra crazy. Um, and I was like, this is crazy. They didn't even like try to go to the root of why I was having anxiety or why um, I had ADD. And it was just like this cover up of here's some medication and be on your way. So I started to question all of these systems and why we're not taught about our energy and why we're not taught about or why we're not encouraged to go to the roots of our problems. Um, and so it put me on this I went down this whole rabbit hole, searching for answers, but the answers were really coming from within me. And so this put me on this path of just self-discovery. I started to feel very isolated, like no one understood me. I was losing a lot of friends. My family was all turning on me. They thought I was super crazy and just on drugs because I just was kind of like checking out. I didn't want to go to school anymore. I was still traveling back and forth to New York for Fashion Week. That's this photo right here. But I was also just traveling and kind of just going through this whole journey of just seeking answers. I knew there was more to life. And so just being on this path, in the beginning and still to this day, it's not always easy because you're kind of going against the grain. You're not really conforming to others' beliefs, but more so tuning into your own beliefs, what's true for you. But as I started to just really allow myself to be who I am and let all of the layers that I wasn't, just everything that I wasn't, I just let that kind of fall away. And the more and more that I did that and trusted in my path and in my truth, it was like I started to attract everything that's actually for me. I started to attract everything that's in alignment, um, all of the people, the opportunities. And soon after I found Reiki, or Reiki found me, I was pregnant with my first son. And now I am here. found my purpose, which my purpose all along was simply just being who I am. And so now I'm inspiring others to simply just be their authentic selves. And once we are who we truly are, that's where we tune into our soul purpose. What are we here to offer the world? Or maybe it's ourselves. And in turn, again, it's just this ripple effect that inspires the rest of the world to do something beautiful, no matter what beauty means to you. So now I'm here creating these spaces. And, I didn't have a mentor or a guide or a teacher showing me the way as I was going through this whole journey. And again, this is kind of just like surface level of my journey leading up to this point. But yeah, I always told myself, like, I want to be able to hold spaces and be a guide, not a healer that's going to fix your problems, but just be here to walk with you as you are also just rediscovering who you truly are and tuning into why you're here. So I'm offering sound baths, Reiki courses. I'm also a mama to two amazing boys and a partner. I love making music. I love hiking, being out in nature, and I spend my days just doing what I love to do. And I am so grateful for my journey that led me to this point, and I'm just grateful for all of the darkness that I had to walk through and lean into, because if it weren't for those moments, I wouldn't be who I am today. So just really transmuting my pain into my purpose, transmuting all of the things that I thought, were all of the aspects about myself that I just wanted to reject. They all played a role in my ascension. And so now I'm here, um, sharing my insights and just everything that came along the journey of knowing who we are and our energy centers. That was a key role in just remembering who I am, is knowing how my energy works, what chakras are associated with different aspects of me, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And again, we're not taught this in school. So being able to hold these spaces and offer these insights, or at least the intro to it, is a huge like door opener for us to really just dive deeper and explore who we are and our energy. So that's a little bit about who I am. And let me show this nothing. Okay. What you'll take away from this course. So whether you are super experienced with chakras or energy healing, or maybe you have no idea what a chakra is, it's okay, because we're going to go over the basics. So you'll understand your energy centers. We're going to do some self-reflection, identify some of the blockages that we may be experiencing currently. We'll talk about some clearing and balancing techniques, and then we'll end it with an energy clearing meditation. So let's go over the basics. So what are chakras? Chakras simply are just our energy centers. They're within our body. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But in this course, we're only going to go over our 7 main chakras. They are all associated with different physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual qualities about ourselves, different aspects. And these energy centers, they truly play a role in just the flow of our life. So if we're feeling blocked, we can tune into our energy centers to identify and just really bring our awareness to what is stopping our flow. And these are where our chakras are located. So we have one right at the base of our spine, right below our navel, above our navel. Our heart is right in the center of our chest. Then we have our throat, our third eye, and then the crown. And I always like to describe the chakra system as a flowing river. So just like imagine you see a river, you're out in nature, and you see a river that has a bunch of debris in it, whether that's sticks and stones or huge rocks. Whenever there's debris in the river, it obstructs the flow of the water. Therefore, the water's not going to flow freely. So then maybe the land around it isn't going to get nourished as much. And so it's kind of like our chakra system. Whenever we have blocks in our energy centers, it obstructs the flow of life force energy to flow freely through us. And when it's open, it's like we're a clear river. So then there's nothing obstructing the water's flow. It's just flowing freely. And then it's also flowing to nourish the land around. It's feeding the land around the river. So that's the same as our chakra system. Whenever our chakras are open, then the energy, life force energy, is flowing freely through us. That's when we experience peace and harmony, and we're healthy on all levels. And so a block chakra, again, it's just when we're experiencing problems, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally. You may even be blocked on a spiritual level, feeling like you don't have connection to the spiritual realm or to source. And usually, whenever we have blockages, they tend to manifest physically after we ignore signs of mental and emotional signals. So say we're experiencing a lot of stress or depression and you're just ignoring it. And I always use having a job as an example. You're working a job that you're like, I hate showing up here. It's stressing me out. You don't have time for your to do anything else other than to work. And so if you continue to ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, and you don't do anything to alleviate all of the stress and the anxiety, then a lot of times what will happen to our system is a physical manifestation will exist. So then that can turn into a diagnosis for cancer. Cancer is stress is a huge root for a lot of different illnesses or disease, but let's use cancer for an example. It also can happen the other way around, where say we have a physical traumatic experience, and so then therefore we manifest a lot of emotional or mental blockages after. But a lot of times we get the emotional and the mental signals first. So whenever it's open, again, we're feeling just very balanced, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That flow, we feel very, very light. We're manifesting, we're attracting, the people that we want to attract and the opportunities and the experiences, and we just feel really good. And so whenever we have a block chakra, it's not permanent. You always can release these blockages. It's simply just bringing your awareness to them. And then a lot of times it takes us shifting our habits or releasing limiting beliefs or changing our thought patterns or just how we're showing up every day for ourselves. And so, when is a healing practitioner helpful? Everyone has the power to heal themselves. And so that's why it's kind of crazy that we're not taught how to heal ourselves. But then also, you just look at the world around and the different systems. Of course, we're not taught how to heal ourselves, but we all have the power to heal ourselves. But until you feel like you know how to work with your energy safely, you're aware of what all your energy centers are, working with a healing practitioner can be super helpful. So this can be a Reiki practitioner or a sound therapist. There's other healing modalities such as reflexology or tantra, breath work, meditation, yoga, and then other things that can help as well if you're into crystals, the frequency of using nature, essential oils like aromatherapy, food, behavioral changes, light therapy. These are all things that can help us with our energies centers and releasing blockages or just bringing ourselves back into alignment. And so when it comes to energy healing, it's not about fixing ourselves. It's not about um, rejecting all of the parts that we don't like about ourselves. It's simply just releasing who we aren't. All of the social conditioning, all of the conditioning that may have been passed on from our parents and grandparents and down our ancestral line. It's just releasing all of those, the stones and the sticks and the rocks that were thrown into our river. So let's start with our main foundational chakra. And can y'all just drop something in the chat to let me know that you're following along? And if you need me to touch on anything that we discussed before, I'm also going to send everyone a replay. Awesome. All right, so our root chakra, our foundational center, this one's at the base of our spine and it develops around second trimester to 9 months. So think of a baby. When we're babies, we don't know how to communicate to our parents. We really can't do anything for ourselves. So it's very crucial for us to have that support from our parents to make sure that we feel safe. So that's why as parents or, from our parents, we need them to feed us, we need them to change us. And so when we don't have that from our parents, that can develop a blockage in our development for the root as we get older, whether that's in childhood or it can manifest all the way up until adulthood, until we finally release those blockages. So just making sure that, our survival needs are met and knowing that they can be met. This keeps us anchored into the physical world. It focuses on stability, our family relationships, our sense of security and self, and again, basic needs. And so the color is red. Each chakra has a different color. And the element is earth. So whenever you can use some activating of your chakras or some releasing, getting out into nature can really, really help with the root chakra. So whether that's, going to the beach or to a park, maybe take your shoes and socks off and just walk around or just meditate next to a tree. All of these things can help us feel bring in more grounding into our life. It's connected to our perineum, adrenal glands, and base of spine, legs and feet. So if you're ever having issues with any of these physical body parts or any of the solid parts, so like your bones, your nail, prostate, blood, and also building of the cells, that can be signaling to you, hey, check in with your root. What's going on with your root chakra? And whenever it's open, we feel secure. We're very grounded, trustful, rooted, stress-free, and safe. But when it's blocked, it's kind of like opposite. We have financial worries. Maybe we're experiencing depression or stress, maybe guilt, fear of even being alive. We may lack trust and security. We're disconnected from the physical world. And then I listed some affirmations. So feel free to take a screenshot of these. These are good affirmations that you can use when meditating to help you reprogram your subconscious mind to know that you are supported as far as your root. And I have some journal prompts. So I know that if you were in a Reiki class, these are some newer prompts, so they're not too repetitive. But if you would like to take a moment to just journal for yourself, maybe pick one for now. I'm going to send you a PDF after with all of these prompts. So if you want to really take some time and space, feel free to pick one and you can journal on it. Or if you just want to self-reflect, if you want to share in the chat, feel free to do that as well. And we also have, since it's a smaller group, we may have time for like one person to share for each one. So if anyone does want to share, feel free to raise your hand and then I can unmute you. But I'll give everyone just maybe like a couple minutes to answer one. And then just remember to approach these with openness and curiosity. Being open to, going to the roots of these prompts can really allow us to just identify where we may feel blocked or what areas in our life may need attention. So don't go into this with any judgment. Whenever you are done, feel free to drop like an emoji or something in the chat. Yes, a pencil down emoji would be amazing. I will say the root chakra was one of the chakras that I used to dread working through because I'm such a airy, like spiritual, up in the clouds type person. And so whenever it came to the physical realm, having to work through some of that stuff was always like ucky work. But it's also so needed because it is our foundational center. And so, although we can have some open chakras and then a few others are blocked, we still need to have that open channel to be balanced holistically. And so a lot of times when we aren't rooted or grounded in the physical realm, which is kind of crazy, it's like what we're experiencing collectively. A lot of us collectively, it's almost like the earth, just humanity in general, we're going through a huge healing of the root chakra, making sure that our foundational basic survival needs are being met. And it's like once we have our foundation is nice and solid and it's rooted, then it's like our tree can grow and where we're rooted to where nothing can break down our trunk. So the root is a really, although sometimes, it's not fun to work through all the time. It's definitely needed. So I'm going to move on. And again, feel free to, if you need to screenshot these, if you want to continue working through these, you can, or again, I will send the prompts after. Let's go ahead and just assess and kind of check in. Where do you feel like your current state is? Do you feel like you're blocked right now? Maybe imbalanced. Maybe in some areas you feel open, and then others you feel, a little blocked. Like, for example, say maybe your financial needs are being met, but then maybe you're having, issues with your family. So that's also a thing, is where certain aspects of the root chakra, you can have some blocks, but then other areas are perfectly fine. So yeah, blocked, imbalanced, and open. You can always mark this down in your journal and maybe date it, and then just see, after this session and after sharing some things that you can do, or for the ones that have been in my Reiki class, maybe do some Reiki work, and just kind of see the transformation. So here are some things you can do for root balancing. So again, meditating with your butt against a tree. I love doing this, just connecting to the earth's energy. It always brings me, grounding energy. Meditate and say those root affirmations. Maybe sit by a fire if you don't have somewhere where you can start a fire, a bonfire, or like if you don't have a fireplace, you can always use candles. Doing a candle lit meditation. Um, and then planting something or starting a garden can really connect you to that earth energy to bring in grounding. And so let's move up to sacral. So our sacral is right below our belly button, and this governs every aspect of our creativity, and it's the center of our emotions and sensuality. It's how we connect with not only ourselves, but with people around us. So it's our relational center. And this chakra develops around 6 to 24 months. And it's connected to our reproductive organs. It controls our pelvic area, sexual organs, uterine, bladder, kidney, lower back, and hips. So if you're ever experiencing issues with any of these body parts, it can tell you, hey, check in with your sacral chakra. And so whenever we're open, we're very emotionally balanced. I don't even know if I like the word balance, but we're just very in tune with our emotions. We don't suppress our emotions. We allow ourselves to feel. We feel very intimate, whether that's with ourselves or with our partner or just in our relationships in general. We have healthy relationships. We're very inspired, creative, and creative doesn't have to mean just like art. Well, I feel like art is, it can be anything. But it doesn't have to mean like, oh, I know how to paint or I know how to sing. Just creative energy of simply is just expressing who you are. So just being creative, pleasure, you experience pleasure, you're very passionate, desirable, you're able to procreate. And whenever it's blocked, it's you have that emotional instability or you suppress your emotions. You're always putting stuff under the rug. You don't want to feel the emotions that, you tend to run away from. Maybe you feel those creative blocks or like you're just not able to just manifest into your external reality, difficulty in relationships. Maybe you're not in tune with your sensuality or able to express it, issues with fertility or just shame around sexuality. These are all blockages. And then these are the affirmations. So one being like, I am in tune with my emotions and allow them to flow freely. So telling yourself affirmations again can really help with reprogramming your subconscious mind. And here are some of the journal prompts. So if you're ready to explore your feelings without judgment, again, this is really just to help you gain insight with where you are as far as your sacral energy. I'll give everyone a few moments, and then if you'd like, go ahead and drop an emoji. I'll give everyone a few more seconds. Say like 30 seconds, then we're gonna move on. All right. And to go ahead and assess how you're feeling, if you're feeling blocked, imbalanced, or open, feel free to jot that. And while you do that, I'll give some things that we can do for sacral balancing, which can be, because it's associated with the element of water, um, taking baths, or if you have an ocean nearby, or a lake, or a river, spending time in some water can help you with activation for the sacral. Doing something crafty, like creative writing, or just tuning into your creativity, creative expression, whether that be for fun or if it's something that you take seriously, can help move around the energy in your sacral. Listening to music that resonates with your emotions and encourages creative expression, or just, playing an instrument, whether it's for fun again, or if you're serious about it. And just finding ways to give yourself that space to express yourself and really release your emotions in a safe way, in a healthy way. Knowing that you can cry and laugh, or maybe it's just talking to someone that you trust, and moving your body. So just moving your body freely can really get the activation, get your energy flowing in that area. So there's some things that you can do. And now we're going to move on to our solar plexus. So the solar plexus is our power center. It's where we store our beliefs, judgments, and our opinions. It's where we get our willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. And this develops around 18 months to 3 years. So if you're familiar with kids, you know that this can be kind of like their testy stage. They call it like the terrible twos or terrible threes. My youngest is 2.5 right now, and he's definitely super testy at the moment. But it's because they discover that they have willpower, or that they can make decisions for themselves. They like to say no a lot, or yes. And so it's important for us as parents, or, for our own development when we were younger, to have that support, to be able to give us space to know that we have willpower, obviously safely. But it also helps us build our confidence as we, grow up. So having that confidence and self-esteem to know that that we can say yes or no. And so having the solar plexus, sorry, so the solar plexus element is fire. So being around fire can help with activation. The color is yellow. The physical body, it's connected to our pancreas, controls our liver. If we have any digestive problems, diabetes, shakes. It's also associated with our immune system. A few of our chakras are associated or connected to our immune system, but solar plexus is being one of them. If you have any ulcers, any issues with your gallbladder, lower back, spleen, stomach, and nervous system, this can tell you, hey, check in with your solar plexus. Whenever it's open, we again have willpower, a sense of our identity, not who, our parents told us who we should be, or our friends. It's just knowing who we are, who we want to be, who we want to show up as. We're confident, we're able to manifest, we're very energized. We don't rely on caffeine to being our source of energy. We're humorous, driven, we're very intellectual, ambitious, and we take action. Whenever it's blocked, it's the opposite. So we lack that personal power. We have no sense of who we are, our identity. We're not being our most authentic selves. No willpower. We may lack confidence and self-esteem, difficulty with manifestation. Um, we need coffee every single day right when we wake up to get us through. Lack of sense of humor, lack of, again, energy, and then we're just very like disempowered. A lot of times we're in that victim seat of oh, why is this happening to me? Or why does this always happening to me? Or we want to blame everyone else for our current circumstances. That can tell you that you may have some blockages in your energy in the solar plexus. And then here are some affirmations. Um, I am stronger than my fears. And here are some prompts. So go ahead and self-reflect or journal. Give everyone about 30 more seconds. All right. And so go ahead and assess where are you feeling right now as far as your solar plexus. Are we feeling blocked, imbalanced, or open? And here's some things that you can do to help with releasing blockages or just activating your energy. Setting achievable goals can be very helpful. So whether they're related to your career or personal development, maybe hobbies, this can help you boost your confidence and self-esteem when accomplishing these goals. So just holding yourself accountable and then engaging in exercises, physical activity that can enhance your sense of personal power, especially if you're someone that doesn't like physical activity or exercise. Um, Challenging yourself to do so can help with, again, building that personal power because you're getting something done that you necessarily don't want to, but it may make you feel better or just help with any, your overall confidence or um, physical state. And then spending time outdoors, especially in the sunlight, exposure to sunlight can be very uplifting for us and energizing as well. Celebrating who you are and just having a personal all about me day. Maybe pick something that you always wanted to do, but maybe you talk yourself out of it out of fear or maybe humility and just step out your comfort zone and do it. So always like stepping out of your comfort zone or pushing yourself to do something that you deep down want to do, you've just been stopping yourself or holding yourself back can really help with the activation of your solar plexus. Eliminating unhealthy habits as well and creating new healthy routines. And so now we're going to move on to our heart chakra. So this is like the bridge, the portal between our lower chakras. So our lower chakras that are connected to our physical self are the root, sacral, and solar. And now we're moving up into our heart chakra. And this chakra connects our spiritual self with our earthly self, our physical self. So this is our love center. It's a center of love, harmonious relationships, compassion. It's about forgiveness, connection, and empathy. It connects our lower and higher chakras, and then it develops between the ages of 3 to 6. And when I say that it develops, it doesn't mean that it fully develops. It's just when the development really starts. So our chakras are developing throughout our lifetime, but this is when it begins to develop. The color is green, the element's air. The physical body, it's connected to our thymus, um, controls our heart, blood circulation, high blood pressure, or even low blood pressure if you have any issues with your lungs, asthma, digestive problems, immune system, skin, upper back, and hands. This is all telling you that there can be something going on with your heart. Whenever it's blocked, we may lack compassion. Maybe we're unable to forgive ourselves or forgive others. Maybe we're grieving or just depressed. Maybe we're codependent, insecure. We experience a lot of sadness and mistrust, or maybe we lack empathy. That can tell us that, there's something going on with the heart chakra. And then some affirmations are, I am open to giving and receiving love. I forgive myself and others. My heart is a source of empathy and understanding. And so I want to give you some space for some reflecting. So these are some prompts, and just remember to stay open. All right, so we're gonna move on, but feel free to keep journaling if you need to. Just go ahead and mark down if you're feeling blocked, imbalanced, or open at this time. And some things that you can do is just engaging in anything that's nurturing yourself, giving yourself space to take a nice relaxing bath, or maybe go get a massage, take yourself out on a date, do random acts of kindness. This always helps me with my heart. Um, and doing things that you aren't going to expect anything in return. And I like to do this for like strangers or people that I don't know. Practicing a loving kindness meditation, just focusing on sending love out into the world or to others or yourself. Gratitude journals are nice. Having having that courage to maybe forgive someone can also be helpful. Or maybe if you're not ready to reach out to them and actually forgive them like verbally, maybe you can write a letter as if you are forgiving them, and that can help with a lot of things that you're going through internally. Spending time with people who uplift and support you, positive social connections definitely will enhance your chakra or your heart chakra energy. So that's the heart. Do we have any questions before we get into the last few chakras? Feel free to type them in the chat and I'll keep checking. So now we're going into our spiritual chakras. So we only have three more to go. And the throat is our expressional center. This develops around 6 to 10 years old. And this is our center of responsibility and expression. It governs our ability to speak our truth and express our authentic self. So the color is blue, the elements ether and sound, and it's connected to our thyroid. So anything that has to do with your throat, it controls your jaws, stiff neck, if you had like a common cold, any speech disorders, hearing, asthma, breathing problems, this is all connected to our throat chakra and our arms. And when it's open, we're able to express ourselves freely, authentically. We are in tune with our purpose. We're able to communicate. Um, and that's not just, speaking, but also actively listening. We're honest, we feel very free and liberated, we're very independent, inspirational, and we live our truth, we speak our truth, we hear our truth. And whenever it's blocked, we may have difficulty expressing ourselves. Maybe you fear speaking up or just speaking your truth because of the fear of being rejected or not accepted. Overuse of communication to manipulate, gossiping, lack of honesty, feelings of not fulfilling your soul's purpose. All of these can signal to you that you may have some blockages in your energy. And then here are the affirmations. So my voice is valuable. Creativity flows through me effortlessly. I am living my truth. And then here are the prompts. I hope the prompts are helping y'all explore your energy. And again, feel free if anyone wants to share in the chat anything that you are discovering about yourself, feel free to share. And another 30 seconds, we'll move on. All right, so go ahead and jot down if you're feeling blocked, open, or maybe imbalanced. And here are some things that we can do for throat balancing. It's expressing ourselves through art, whether it's painting, any type of creative expression can help. Um, Gentle neck stretches can actually be very helpful, and like incorporating that in your daily routine. I love doing that. As soon as I get up, I'll kind of just do some movement. But it can really release that tension and get your energy flowing over there, up here. And then practicing open and honest communication with others. So sharing our thoughts and feelings authentically, even if it's uncozy or it can feel scary when you start sharing your truth. Um, Always remember when we do this, we can then begin to attract everyone that will love us and accept us for speaking our truth, and show up for us unconditionally. Drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated, whether that's, herbal teas, can be very beneficial, or your coconut water. Writing a story about the world you'd like to create and sharing it with someone can also help with throat chakra activation. Starting a journal where you write about your perspectives, your truths, just authentically expressing yourself can get you in a space where you feel comfortable before sharing that with the world. So these are all things that we can do for our throat. Then we move to our third eye. So this is right at in between our brows. It's our intuitive center. So this is our center for insight, psychic abilities, intuition, our inner and outer vision, and it transports us beyond duality. So knowing that we are one, there's no darkness, there's no light, or there's no dark without the light, there's no light without the dark. There's no good and bad. It's just all one. So transcending our beliefs about separation. And the colors indigo, the elements light, our physical body, it's connected to our pituitary glands, controls our endocrine system, the left brain hemisphere, left eye, nose, ears, sinuses, parts of the nervous system, vision, headaches, blindness. This all is associated with our third eye. So if you're ever experiencing any issues in these areas, could be your third eye trying to open up. Whenever it's open, just trust your inner knowing and your wisdom from within. Perceive beyond the physical realm. Your awareness is very heightened. You have this very deep and expansive understanding of yourself, and the world around you. You're able to make decisions aligned with your higher self. Whenever it's blocked, we may be experiencing difficulty with trusting our intuition and our inner voice. Maybe you feel very separate from others in the world around you. Poor dream call, lack of memory, confusion, brain fog, or just disconnected from spirituality or source, your divinity. And some affirmations can be: I trust my intuition and see clearly. I am in tune with my higher self and the universal wisdom that it holds. And this chakra starts developing around 7 to 12 years old. So this is usually around the time when we're starting to ask a lot of questions, and kind of just have a general sense of, like, I feel like kids are just intuitive in general, no matter what age they are. But this is where, as kids, we really begin to start tapping into our intuition. I know around the age of 12, that's when I really started questioning, like, religion. I grew up in a Catholic household, was going to like Bible studies and church every Sunday with my family, and I started to just question a lot. So this is usually around the time where kids may or may not start questioning a lot of things that are, going on in the world or spiritually. And here are some journal prompts. Again, just stay open as you do your deep reflecting. All right, maybe another 30 seconds and then we'll move on. All right, go ahead and assess if you're feeling blocked, imbalanced, or open. And here are some things that we can do. So, engaging in any mindfulness activity can be super helpful with third eye balancing. So, just mindful breathing or mindful walking, staying present in the moment to enhance your awareness. I love doing this, especially like going out to a park, or it could be anywhere, honestly, but just like really tuning into your breath and noticing, am I breathing shallow? Am I taking these deep, expansive breaths? Mindful walking, allowing yourself to just like, okay, I'm taking one step, another step, and then you just realize like, wow, I'm really in this present moment. And once we bring ourselves to that present moment, we can like open up, and we can open ourselves up to receiving these like divine insights and guidance, and it's super powerful. Recording our dreams, intuitions, and insights in a journal, reflecting on our inner experiences can help us strengthen our connection to our inner wisdom. Again, spending time in nature, using crystals like amethyst or quartz, holding them close to your forehead or laying them on your forehead during a meditation can help. Reading books or listening to podcasts related to spirituality, metaphysics, or personal development can really help us expand our understanding of higher consciousness. Buying an oracle or tarot deck if you're someone that's interested in tuning into psychic abilities, or maybe you're interested in offering divine insights or readings for others. It's such a great tool when it comes to just getting intuitive messages from the divine, or researching synchronicities. If you're someone who's like super into numbers, maybe you're driving and you see 111 or 1111. So researching and just like looking up what these numbers mean, a lot of times it brings us a divine message that we need in that moment. So these are ways that we can really tune into our third eye and do some activating. And then our last chakra before we get into our energy clearing meditation. This is the crown chakra. So it's right at the top of our head, and it's our oneness center. So this is the center for spiritual connection. I like to call it the grand central station for unity consciousness, divine consciousness, and enlightenment. It links us to just universal awareness and then knowing that all energy is one. And it's also associated with our higher self and the eternal. The color is violet. It's connected to our pineal gland, so controls our right brain hemisphere, central nervous system, skin, right eye, migraines, headaches, anything that has to do with the top of the head can tell you that there's something going on with the crown chakra. It develops 12 years and up. And whenever it's open, we're very peaceful. We're connected to higher dimensions and universal consciousness. We're able to access profound insights. So we really tune into our internal GPS, our intuition, for guidance. We are able to we just know that everything is interconnected. There is no separation. So it's very similar to the third eye. It's almost like our third eye is the eyes that we can actually have the energy from our crown flow through, and then the third eye is where we see everything. So it's just transcending those egoic limitations. You experience states of pure awareness and presence, being present in the moment. That's open. And then when it's blocked, we feel very disconnected, disassociate from a lot of things. So it's kind of like when we're blocked up here, we may disassociate from everything, as far as like the spiritual realm. As for where like our root chakra, we may dissociate from everything in the physical realm. Or it could also be vice versa, where maybe our crown chakra is overactive, and then we start disassociating with the world around us because we're like, oh, none of this exists. And it's kind of similar to the beginning of my spiritual journey, where I wanted to dissociate with all the systems around. And I'm like, just F this and F that, and none of this is even real. However, we have to, because we are having this human experience, we always need to make sure that we're, balanced or harmonious. We may feel alienated whenever our crown is blocked. Excessive focus on materialism can also be a block for crown. Inability to learn or comprehend, maybe psychosis or just lack of meaning of life. These all can be blockages, and some affirmations can be, I am a vessel of divine light and love. I am one with the universe. I am all that is. And so again, this can also go with, spirituality and religion, just knowing that with religion that there's universal truths in all religions, and there's not one that's better than the other, but just knowing that it's all a part of the one. Humans, knowing that we are all a part of the one, we are the one. So that's where the all, I am all that is. I am one with the universe. So that's the crown. And then here are some prompts. Give everyone 20, 30 more seconds to finish this one. All right, so go ahead and assess, jot down if it's feeling blocked, imbalanced, or on the open side. And some things that we can do for our crown chakra. Um, Crown, consider maybe gentle fasting, detox practices, to cleanse your body and create a sense of lightness, supporting your spiritual connection. Um, a detox or a gentle fast, again, and do this with proper guidance if you're not, if you don't know how to detox or fast, I definitely recommend getting someone to help you or at least be a guide. But yeah, when we do a nice detox or a gentle fast, it can be a great reset for us. Also learning new mantras if you're into that during meditation, breath work. If you're into like exploring astral projection or just out of body experiences through guided practices and techniques, this can also expand your awareness beyond the physical realm. Um, Meditating, gazing at the sky, especially during sunrise or sunset. This can help you connect with just the vastness of all that is, that cosmic unity. Exploring different spiritual aspects, whether that be astrology or human design, numerology, so many different spiritual aspects where you can gain insights into life path and purpose, whatever resonates with you, and consider maybe attending a retreat or doing more workshops like this to immerse yourself in practices that deepen your connection to the divine, to yourself. So these are some things that you can do. And again, these are just like very going over these 7 chakras. This was kind of like just the intro. We can dive deeper into this. It's crazy how deep the energy can go, and just knowing, what foods to eat for each chakra. I do have a free guide that I will send in a thank you email, that has more of like the foods, or if you've taken a Reiki class, you already have the guide. Yoga poses, different crystals you can use, aromatherapy, so many different things that we can use to help with activating or clearing any blockages in our chakras. So one of the things that have really helped me with my energy, and really activating my chakras, really creating the space for me to release, is Reiki, which Reiki simply just is universal life force energy. It heals on all levels. It releases blockages mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and brings our energy back into alignment with just who we truly are, so we can live a harmonious, peaceful life where we're joyful and just, yeah, at peace. Other things that you can do are, you could look up binaural beats on YouTube. You could do like full chakra healing meditation or frequencies, and turn those on while you're sleeping or during meditation. You can buy sound bowls. Sound bowls is another modality, that sound healing is a powerful modality that's helped me along my journey as well. And they can help release the blockages. Again, saying the affirmations or just looking up different chakra healing meditations. So today I want to offer you some Reiki, and I'll guide you all into meditation. It's a short meditation. It'll be about like 10 minutes. But we'll do some energy clearing. Again, I'll guide you through it. There's really not much you have to do other than to just simply let go, be, and relax. And go ahead, and I'll give everyone like a minute to just get comfortable. You can lay down if you need to, or you can sit. Whatever will help you stay relaxed. And while y'all are getting ready, I'm gonna play my music. And really quick, if possible, can someone just let me know if you can hear the music playing, or give me a thumbs up? Awesome. All right, so go ahead and you can begin closing your eyes if you haven't already. Start connecting with your breath. Take nice slow inhales and a deep and expansive exhale. Just letting it all go. Nice slow inhale. Bring yourself to this present moment. Don't worry about what you haven't done, what you need to do. Allow yourself to just be. Connect with your body. If there's any tension, maybe stretch in those areas or wiggle out the tension. Just drop your jaw, soften your forehead, loosen up your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop. On your next inhale, just take your breath down your spine, all the way down your legs. And on your exhale, just let go. Slow inhale. Relax your feet, your legs, your hips, glutes. And exhale, just let go. This space is all about you. Give yourself permission to fully show up for yourself in this moment. And if you're open to receiving Reiki, simply just set the intention that you're open to receiving. And on your next inhale, I want you to visualize a beautiful ball of golden light right at the top of your crown. And on your exhale, allow this light to pour in through your crown, all the way down your spine. And as you continue to breathe, let this light fill up your body. Let it fill up your feet, your legs. Let the light rise up, filling your hips, glutes. It's coming up your back, filling up your belly. This light is bringing clearing energy, healing energy, divine energy. Let the light pour down your arms into your fingertips. It's filling up your neck, filling up your head. And on your next exhale, allow this light to expand out of your body, creating a beautiful bubble around you, creating protection. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge your body, your thoughts. Allow your thoughts to come and go. Simply observe what comes up for you. Allow your feelings to come up to surface. It's okay to feel. It's okay to release, whether that looks like crying, laughter. Just allow the energy to flow throughout your body. Allow this light to take away anything that's blocking you from flow, from being your truest self. There's nothing you need to do, just continue to breathe. So let's start to reconnect with our breath, taking collective breaths together. So in 3, 2, 1, take a nice slow inhale in. 3, 2, 1, hold it at the top. Feel your energy circulating all throughout your body. And let go, release. Let any energy that's ready to leave your system, let it flow out of your body, down into the earth. Let the earth cleanse all of this. And again, slow, deep inhale, breathing in the light from your auric field, the light surrounding you. Breathe it all back in through your heart and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And exhale, allow the light to just wash away any blockages that you're ready to release. Send it off into the world to plant as something beautiful, plant seeds of beauty and peace. And again, slow, deep inhale together. And hold your breath here, sealing in the energy, sealing in the light. Hold it here. And let go. Let go of whatever you're ready to say goodbye to. Send it off with love and gratitude for all that it's done up until this point. Go ahead and return to your natural breath. Nice slow breaths. If you feel called to, you can set an intention for your day. Hold it in your heart. Whenever you're ready, you can make slow, gentle movements, wiggling your fingers, your toes. Maybe nod your head back and forth. You can open your eyes when you're ready. There's absolutely no rush as you're returning. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing space with me for the meditation. Give me a thumbs up or drop an emoji when you're back. Anytime. I hope y'all enjoyed the meditation. Again, it's just a super short meditation for energy clearing. Um, and again, Reiki is one of my favorite modalities or just practice for releasing any energy that isn't serving me anymore, any energy that's taking up space. Of course, anytime. When you get the replay here, you can always come back to this meditation or meditate on your own, simply just focusing on your energy centers and visualizing the light clearing those centers. Um, you don't always have to overthink what blockages you have or what needs to be released. Sometimes all it takes is just us setting an intention to release unwanted energy or anything that's not serving us, and then just trusting in our intention. Um, and so I want to ask if you are ready to start or deepen your journey of self-discovery, holistic healing, fulfilling your soul's purpose, and embody your authentic self. And I know Deanne and Luna, you both have taken a course with me. Um, However, Regina, if you're interested in learning more, for anyone that's interested in deepening your journey or exploring more about your chakras, I do have some special offerings and would love to walk with you on this journey. We could always do a one-on-one session. I do virtual and in-person sessions. I also have a 5-week self-discovery Reiki cohort. This next cohort that's coming up on the 23rd, I'm actually integrating new practices. I'm always like integrating new practices or just activations to help us work through a lot of the things that we're going through. Or I have Reiki training courses. Here are some of the things that some of my students have said about the courses. I recently just started Reiki certification courses as far as like doing the levels individually. Prior to that, I was just doing my 5-week self-discovery cohorts. And a little bit about the differences. The Reiki courses, like if you want to do a level 1, level 2, and then the master, it's really a good opportunity for you to learn about energy healing and how to work with your own energy, also how to hold space for others. And it's perfect for anyone that wants to kind of take it at their own pace. The 5-week course, we do a lot of integrating of Reiki levels 1 and 2 together, but it's more of a deep dive into our self-discovery journey. So we identify a lot of limiting beliefs. In the cohorts to come, the practice that I was saying I'm going to integrate now going forward is we're going to spend more time as far as reprogramming our subconscious mind. So releasing all of our blockages and the limiting beliefs, but also supporting ourselves with new truths. And I personally love the 5-week cohort because because we spend the time integrating the energy. It's also transformative in how we grow from week 1 to week 5. And then Deanne and Luna, if you stick around, there's only a few more minutes left of the workshop, but if you stick around, I do have an offer. So again, Reiki 1, it's a donation base. I have virtual and in person. The in-persons are in Los Angeles, but the virtuals, they're over Zoom. I do want to say that I don't ever turn anyone away due to financial circumstances. So if you're watching this replay and this is something that you feel very called to do or to tap into, please reach out to me via email and I'd be happy to work something out with you. And then the 5-week cohort, if you've done a Reiki certification course, I'd be happy to offer a super amazing discount if you're interested in doing the self-discovery cohort, which we can talk about. Feel free to email if you're watching a replay. And again, this is that's all included. So we do a lot of inner child connection, higher self connection. We tap into our soul purpose and walking that path, how we can fulfill it. We talk about professional Reiki or just integrating it into your current practice or your current career or business. We do a lot of tuning into and strengthening our intuition. So we practice a lot of Reiki virtually on each other because this is a virtual cohort. So we do a lot of virtual practice, but then we also practice reading. So if you're interested in reading energy or just being in tune with energy and being able to offer that to others, we do a lot of holding space and practicing holding space for each other to heal holistically. There's a lot of sharing in this cohort. So you're not doing this alone. That's why it is a cohort. And then what I'm also adding to this cohort is 2 one-on-one coaching sessions after it's completed. So I want to make sure that I'm offering everyone support. I already offer ongoing support, but I want this to be a tailored one-on-one way to support you. So offering 2 30-minute coaching sessions with whatever intention you have as far as your energy healing practice, or maybe you're not ready to get into energy healing after the cohort, but maybe this opened something up for you. I have a lot of students that do practice Reiki, but then I also have a lot of students where the cohort or the certification courses opened up a whole new avenue for them and really help them tap into what their soul's calling them to do. So whether, I have some students that are now doing sound healing or it doesn't even have to be about career or business, but I have some students where now they're in these beautiful, loving relationships, or they attracted their dream job or career. So these cohorts and the classes are designed to really help you release what is not serving you, release anything that isn't your truth, and really align yourself with your highest self. And we raise our vibration so you can manifest that external reality. So it's a beautiful space to be in. And if you're interested, I have a special offer just this week. And I always say it's a huge investment in yourself, because I've seen so many transformative shifts, not only with myself, but with my students that have taken the cohort. And if you enroll this week, it's $695. Originally, it's $888, but I do offer very super flexible payment plans. If you enroll this week, I'm doing no interest if you do want to do a payment plan. So you could do 2 payments of $347.50, 4 payments of $173.75, or you can do 10 weekly payments if that is more in alignment with you. But again, I want this to be accessible to everyone. So I'm always open to creating a customized payment plan if this is something that you feel called to do. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one, I will send you a link to schedule something with me. It's a free 15-minute consultation to see if any of the courses feel like they're in alignment with you and where you're at on your journey right now. So feel free to email me at this email address, or again, you'll get an email either later today or tomorrow, and you'll get a link and we can explore the differences in my offerings. So that's what I have to offer today. And I would love to stay connected with you. If you're, in here now, or if you're watching the replay, please follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting self-discovery or holistic lifestyle tips. We can work together. I do offer, if you're not ready to take a cohort or join a cohort or take a class, I'm always offering workshops or one-on-one sessions, sound baths if you're here in LA. And these are the links if you want to read more right now. If you don't want to wait for my email, here are some more, you can read more on the different offerings. So thank you so much. And if you're in here and if you have any questions, feel free to drop something in the chat. I would love to enroll a cohort for November class date. Yes, I love that. Yes, if you can send me an email or just respond to the email tomorrow, we can talk about that. But yes, definitely, if you're interested in doing the November class date for the cohort, you'll still get the special. So respond to my email or reach out to me before then. And let me see if there's anything else here. I really appreciated everyone that showed up today and held space for themselves and for, exploring your energy with me. And I really am energized to explore further with you if you feel called to. Deanne, Luna, it was super nice to see you in here, and definitely would love to catch up on some Reiki things. And Regina, it was nice connecting with you. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. Again, I will email you all the free guide that has some more tips. So Regina, or not Regina, Deanne and Luna, you already have the guide, but you'll get it again. But yeah, seriously, at any moment, reach out to me. And if you need to process anything from today, we can do that. And also just remember to stay hydrated, because even though it's a mini energy session, you're still releasing some toxins. So just stay hydrated so you can release those. But if y'all don't have any more questions, we can wrap it up for the day. And I am trusting I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you so much for sharing space.